It's Monday, the 1st of February in 2021, and I'm really happy that you spent your lifetime with me this morning, 5 days a week, every morning, 8:30, 1 hour before UK markets will open, and 8:30 German time, of course. I hope you had a great night, you had a lovely weekend and a relaxing weekend. My weekend was a little bit busy because I used to do my accounting on weekend and think about new ideas, how I can help you to become successful in trading. I make my notes. I'm reading a lot on weekends, especially um, deep knowledges about life, how we can create valuable times in our life. So those things like that to become calm and find my inner center, especially trading is really interesting, and it could be really exciting. And especially in that way, it's really important that you find on the weekend time for yourself, far away from any kind of trading, DAX, Dow, and Euro USD, focusing on yourself, focusing on the nature. I love to go to the nature on weekend. And normally on Sunday, I make my Sunday walk. And outside of winter season, I'm in the forest, and in the winter, so I have my special way. All that stuff is really important as a trader, guys. And so you can focusing and you can grow up with the power and to preparing your energy, and you count and collect more energy for a new week. So this is really important that you find time for yourself, for your family, for your friend, for your wife, for your kids. They are all of that things: family, your kids, your friend, yourself. All that things, guys, is so much more important than red and green candles, because this is life. That's a job. Trading, it's a job. And today I want to explain you in the education part in the next 20 minutes, 25 minutes roundabout, why we cannot think in numbers, why we need pictures. And this is a quick outlook for this session today. So good morning all together, wherever you are. Maybe you can type in the chat box, please, on YouTube maybe, or on Zoom. Where are you placed? Where are you living, guys? In which country you are, so we can have a wonderful family. If you're living outside of Germany, of course, then type in the chat box. UK, okay, wonderful. So on YouTube, guys, I see you on the right side: Simon, Michael, Chuck, Vladimir, Anthony. Wonderful. Good morning. Nice to meet you here. So let's go and let's switch to my slides. And of course, yeah, we want to start with, of course, so where is this one? So I prepare my technical terms here. Okay, please guys, be aware that I'm a German guy and my English is German colored, of course. So sometimes I miss some words, and my grammar maybe sometimes a little bit, not exactly. So you know what, the longest way starts with the first step. And before we judge anybody, we have to look to ourselves. So early in my trading career, I judged other people about their trading style, what they're teaching, and so on. But then my spiritual teacher told me a very interesting thing. Whatever you do, whatever you think, and whatever you say, in that moment, you plant a seed in your subconsciousness, and all seeds will ripen up at any time. So everything what you do, it will come back to you. So why we should do bad things if we know they will come back to us? So that's completely stupid. So I changed everything in my life. So, and everybody has its own perception of life, of charts, and so on. It's a very special topic. So I can see Serbia, northern Spain, Nigeria, Czech, wonderful, South Africa, Turkey. So Lithuanian, wonderful, Litauen, Sweden. Wonderful. I love it, guys. So you can see the risk note here. Please be aware that you're responsible for your own trading. We only talk about trading ideas. I don't give you an advice or something else. Please be aware of that. So, of course, that's the rules. You know, we are working with rules. That's the only point how you can, or the only thing how you can survive in trading and how you can make money in the long run if you stick to rules. That's my rules. Trading outcoming of correction. We will add maybe another setup later. But first of all, let's make this kind of driver license. It makes no sense to make two driver licenses at the same time, like an aircraft pilot and a trucker driver. It makes no sense. Let's focus on these rules. And if you're fine with that, if you are experienced in that, in doing that and make money with that, then we can add another setup. So maybe it's a good thing if you on YouTube, you can set a reminder for the next sessions. And maybe it's a good thing if you follow the sessions every day for the next weeks, because I want to explain, I want to educate every day a little bit. So don't miss such things. And also the evergreens and the other webinars from Paul Wallace and Jens Klatt in our Trading Spotlight community. So that's the rules. So, you know, okay, what we expect today, guys. Today, it's a little bit a calm day. But if you want to know what happens and the early morning briefing, then you can go on Admiral Markets, and here you can log in if you have a real account on Admiral Markets, and then you find your analytics, premium analytics, and you will find here. So there is a wonderful, it published at 6:32 this morning, and it's a quick morning briefing. So you see the first things we should know in Asia stocks. We saw climbed Asia stocks along with oil and gold, while the dollar eased back slightly. Silver futures spiked again, fueled by only trading. So, and all these other things. So you can read it here on this in this row here. So what we expect today, okay, today is Monday. We expect at 11 German time, the unemployment data. The previous one was 8.3% and the forecast is 8.3 as well. So the most important thing, we expect two rate decisions today, guys. Tomorrow or this night, from this night to tomorrow, we expect Australian data. So we should still stand at the sideline, everything what is affected by the Australian dollar. So especially you are a day trader, hourly chart or less, then it's the best thing you stay on the sideline, wait if the numbers will come out. And of course on Thursday, British pound and the Bank of England will come up with the numbers. But let's see it tomorrow, and focusing on today. The unemployment rate will affect the Euro USD, for example, every Euro currency, of course. So if you have any question, let me know, guys. I invite you to Trading Spotlight community on Traders Yard. You see, we have 235 participants there, and open a real account, and then we can get in touch there. So let's see. A quick look at the Euro USD this morning in the opening. So this is an interesting picture. So first of all, you know, we are on the right side of the chart. No one can predict what happens in the next minute. We cannot work with guarantees on the right side of the chart. We don't have this kind of effect or influence to the market. You don't have that money to make sure that happens what you want. Therefore, because we miss this opportunity, therefore, we have to work with probabilities. And if you work with probabilities, you know probabilities is a kind of mathematic. And if you work with mathematic, you need numbers as the basement, which means you have to test something on a mathematic statistic system. Therefore, as private traders, it's a duty that you stay away from having an opinion, because you cannot force the market about your own opinion. And if you think, I explained last week in the sessions that we are not really important in trading, because as private traders, we cannot have influence to the market. And I know if you think about GameStop right now and you think, oh, private traders can have an influence, yes, but not a single one. On Reddit and all that stuff what happened last week or the last weeks with GameStop, it was a big community, but it was not predictable. So forget it. It's not the idea behind of that, just only a fight between institutional money and private money. As a single private trader, you have to focus on probabilities. So in Euro USD this morning, we see two different trends. First of all, you see the big one. Let me draw it for you. The big one is facing downwards. This is the big one. Movement, correction, movement. And now we were in the correction. And look at this one. We are circling around the point of control, which means the price is fair valued actually. And among or within this higher time frame, this higher trend, this main trend, we see this small facing upwards trends. And now we are in the correction. And we are looking for a close above 38%. And we had one, but it's not clear. And maybe this is a special advice for you guys as private traders. The more or less you are in the time frame, yes, the smaller the time frame, the more clear must be the picture you see in the chart. And this is what we cannot see actually in Euro USD, because we have two different trends. The main trend is facing downwards. The secondary and the leading trend is facing upwards. And the most important thing is where we are. And this is what my teacher taught me years ago. The first thing is that where you are is much more important than how you can get in. Because how you can get in is based on probabilities. But where you are is affected by the smart money. And you see, we are fair valued actually. So there are not really high probabilities for us to make a trade there in Euro USD. So let's have a look at the British pound US dollar. So, and now please type it in the chat box right now. I ask you something. Is this a clear picture? Yes or no? Type it in the chat box or type it on YouTube. Say yes or no, just only yes or no. Do you can see a clear picture where you can recognize due 10 seconds a really clear trend? Can you see it? Yes or no? Yes or just only this answer. Yes or no? Can you see a clear picture? Yes or no? So I got 3 no, 4 no, 1 yes, 2 yes. So you see, it's really interesting. I got a no. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 no. Oh, 7 no on YouTube as well. 8 no and 2 yes. Guys, can you see? Do you see what happens here? Everybody has its own perception of the market. And in my opinion, I had to say, no, I cannot see a clear picture. I cannot see a clear trend. Maybe it has potential, but in which way? In which direction? British pound US dollar in hourly chart, first of all, we can see the fair price is placed at 133.56. So it's far away from the current price right now. But we can see the market rises here, new volume, tick volume there. So why we should risk our money there? You cannot see a clear trend. You see the volume is rising at the current price right now. And guys, stop thinking, stop having opinions. You see, we have different perceptions of the chart. We got a no and we got yes. And that's the point. And if I show you the order book, for example, you see, for example, this is Euro USD order book of the right side. So can you show me your opinion there? Can you show me that? And here comes the question of the day. Can you think, and we got a poll about that, can you think in numbers? Just a yes or no. So we got a poll here or survey. Can you think in numbers? Let me explain. You got a 1, you got a 0, you got a 3, or you have a number of 1,000. Do you have any kind of pictures about that? Just only 3, only the number 3. Can you think in number? Yes or no? Can you think in a number? Do you have a picture with number 3, for example? Yes, you see in your mind, you see number 3, but that's all. You need something to compare. If you have 2 numbers, 1 and 10, then you know, okay, 10 is bigger than 1. Okay, but which kind of picture do you have in your mind about just a single number? Okay, thank you guys for attending this. We can close this. We got a lot of no's, so the direction is really clear, and you are completely right. But you see, especially this number, it's a kind of perception. So 18% says yes, they have a number, they have a picture in your mind, but what kind of picture is it? Do you see 3? Do you see 10? Do you see 1,000? Yes, but that's all. You see only the number. There is no real picture behind. Which means, guys, so we close that you see 80% thinking don't have a picture about the numbers. And this is why we work with charts. If we see the order book, there are only 3 columns. You see buyers, sellers, and the price. Yes, you see the numbers, but what should I do with the numbers? I don't have a picture about that. And this is the reason why we work with charts, because we need a picture behind that. And the point beyond this really deep knowledge, guys, is that you only can say yes or no to anything if you have a picture in your mind about that. You only can say I go long or I go short about that because you have a picture you can see a picture. And it's your perception. It's not an ultimate thing. If it would be, or if it were ultimate, then everybody would say, yes, it's a clear picture. But we got no's and we got yes. You see, it's not an ultimate thing. And how it works in your mind is really clear. So I ask you some interesting questions. When you can say yes or no, I ask you this one. Listen to me. It's really interesting. It's necessary to become successful in trading There's a great relationship to trading. Now I say to you, listen to the words. Listen to the words. Focus. I say now, don't think about a pink elephant. What do you have in your mind right now? Type in the chat box. I say, don't think about a pink elephant. What do you have in your mind right now? What kind of picture do you have in your mind right now? Type in the chat box or on YouTube. Type it. Focus. If I say, don't think about a pink elephant, what do you have in your mind right now? Most of the guys would say, or most of the listeners would say, yeah, of course, I have a pink elephant in my mind. But I said, don't think about it. You see, your mind is not available to think in no. It's not possible to think in no. And if you want to say no to something, then you have a picture in your mind before, because you can say it doesn't exist, a pink elephant. Why you can say that? You have the picture in your mind, because you say, oh, I have a pink elephant in my mind, but it doesn't exist. It doesn't exist, a pink elephant, of course, unless you paint it in pink color. Yeah, and yes, then it is. So, or you think in a blue one, but you see, it's confusing, it's crazy how your mind is working. And this is why we need to think about the perception in our trading. Here you see, it's a long or it's a short. It's your perception, because you say, yes, it's a clear trend, but it's your perception. It's not an ultimate thing. And all this leads to the point why we need pictures, why we need charts. But don't forget, guys. Oh, quick reminder, you cannot think in no. Quick reminder, it's your perception. Really, it's not an ultimate thing. So you cannot change, you cannot move your opinion into the order book. Therefore, we have to work with pictures, we have to work with probabilities, and we have to work with charts. That's the education part for that. Think about it, make a short conclusion for yourself, and send it to Edmund or send it to me by email or in our Trading Spotlight community. So therefore, stay away from having an opinion, or stay away to judge anything or judge anybody, to say, oh, you are wrong or you are false. No, it doesn't exist any kind of wrong or false. It doesn't exist, because every human being has its own perception. And now think how you can transfer it, or can you translate it into your trading. Now you know why I try to explain. Please, guys, follow the rules. May the force of the rules be with you. And that's the really point. That's the really interesting part in trading. So do we have any trading ideas for today, for Monday? Not really. So in DAX, for example, we have a stupid trend, not a clear picture. But I said one, and this is Euro Australian dollar. This is the only one I have on my list for today, because we have two trends facing in the same direction. And this is Euro Australian dollar. Yeah, I know. We're expecting the number tonight, 4:30 next, this night, the coming night, 4:30. So we have time to do there. So put in your watch list this morning, Euro Australian dollar. We have a big uptrend. That's the main trend. And within this main trend, we see a secondary trend. And the secondary trend, is it in its own correction. We reached 61% of the move. We are almost exactly at the point of low. We have a lot of space to go up to the point of control, because the point of control is placed at 162.42. So we had a lot of space. If we got now in 5 minutes, if we have this balance candle here, in hourly chart, of course, then we can open a trade there. So, and it's 5 minutes to go. I open a trade there. And by the way, I set 2 mini lots and not exactly above the balance candle. Give a little bit space. We don't need collect any pip. We want to have the main part of the cake if we want to see the trade, if you wanted to see a trend continuation. So buy, stop, never limit, never market. I want to explain in one of the next sessions why we never work with limit or market orders. So set it. And of course, trade management, I give it the plan I have in my mind right now. First of all, set the stop loss where you count or where you calculate your risk management, your money management. And then, of course, I will make a part-time selling at round about 27. Here we go. So if we reach 1.59 roundabout here, a little bit above the last 0.2, then I will sell half of my position, and my final target is the point of control. At the beginning, guys, I trail a mental stop, soft stop, bar by bar. So, and if the market won't go up, I will cut the loss. Really, really clear, cut the loss. As long as the trend is stable, we can open a new trade. So look at this one, Euro USD. I told you last week, we tried to continue the trend to the lower side. I opened a trade, and then I could see we had a balanced candle in black, which is a contrary signal. You see, I cut the loss. No, I made a little bit profit. I closed the trade because I had a contrary signal. And you see, I at the end, if I didn't do that, I would have a big loss. And this is not the way how we can make money in trading. So that's Euro USD. Guys, that's all for today. I hope you learned a little bit about trading, and I'm really happy that I can share my knowledge with you. And I wish you a wonderful day, a wonderful trading day. I hope we see each other tomorrow. Invite your friends. They want to learn trading and they are looking for education a little bit. Invite them to Admiral Markets, open a real account, put some deposit on it, and then we can trade together. And I promise you, that's my mission. That's the purpose of my own existence, that I help people to become successful in trading. The size of your account doesn't matter. It's not important how much money you have. You can become successful with a small account as well, like a big account. It's not the point. The point is focus on the rules. Have a nice day. And as always, may the force of the rules be with you. See you. Bye-bye.